Homelessness in the United States by state. When discussing homelessness in the United States by state, the discussants are sure to have conflicting figures, unless they've agreed on a source. You have to think twice if you're asked to name the state with more homeless people or with the least challenge with homelessness. Homelessness occurs to varying degrees across the country, and the total number of homeless fluctuates even within a state. For instance, counts from independent shelter providers and statistics from the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, often contradict. We're relying on underreported federal HUD statistics and a few reliable others in discussing how each state is faring in this video. They'll give an idea of the minimum challenge each state has. 1. North Dakota. North Dakota is currently the state with the least challenge with homelessness in the country. The state has just 541 homeless people at the rate of 67 homeless per 100,000 residents. 2. Wyoming. In the state of Wyoming, there are only 612 homeless people, and the rate is 105 homeless per 100,000 residents. It too has a little challenge. 3. South Dakota. This state has about 1,058 homeless and the rate is 116 per 100,000. It's still among the lowest. Only 76 households are homeless there. 4. Rhode Island. In June 2012, then Governor Lincoln Chafee of the state signed a bill into law that allows homeless people in Rhode Island some clearer rights than before. There are currently 1,104 homeless people in the state. 5. Mississippi. According to a source, there were estimated 1,738 homeless people in Mississippi in 2016, but it has reduced to an estimated 1,107. It still has one of the highest numbers of unsheltered homeless veterans and the highest numbers of disabled unsheltered homeless. 6. Vermont. Vermont currently has estimated 1,110 homeless people, yet the homeless rate there is declining, except in recent years, making it one of the states with more homeless people. 7. Delaware. Living among the 981,890 people in Delaware are the estimated 1,165 homeless, with a rate of 114 homeless per 100,000 residents. 8. West Virginia. This state has an estimated 1,341 unhoused persons. It has a rate of 6 per 100,000. It's among the ones with the highest number of unhoused veterans, given as 137 as of the last count. 9. Montana. The latest 2023 estimate shows that Montana has 1,545 homeless people. It has an estimated 139 per 100,000 people, and 205 of these are veterans. 10. New Hampshire. New Hampshire has estimated 1,675 homeless people with a rate of 120 per 100,000. There are 206 unhoused families in the state. 11. Alaska. The US Interagency Council on Homelessness stated that Alaska had an estimated 2,016 homeless on any given day as of January 2018. Around 3,784 students experienced homelessness that year. However, it has dropped to around 1,949, according to the latest estimate. 12. Maine. With a current population of 1,357,046, the state has an estimated 2,097 homeless persons. Based on this, the rate is 153 homeless per 100,000 people. 13. Idaho. The state has an estimated 2,315 homeless people. They are from 243 households, and there are 188 adults among them. 14. Arkansas. In 2015, HUD released a report showing the decline of homeless in Arkansas, though it increased among veterans. Out of 2,560 people found to be homeless in January 2015, 207 were veterans. It currently stands at 2,366 from 132 families. 15. Nebraska. The state had over 10,000 people considered to be living without permanent homes in 2015. There have been a series of legal battles in the state about how to deal with this issue. The actual number of homeless people was recently estimated to have reduced to 2,404. 16. Kansas. Kansas' rate of homelessness was alarmingly increasing before 2015 when it activated ordinances to curb panhandling and begging. Today, it has reduced to 2,449, though still high. You can call 911 if you don't know how to deal with a homeless person you meet on the road. Number 17. Iowa. Homelessness in Iowa is a serious issue. As of 2015, 12,918 Iowans were homeless. Another 8,174 Iowans were at risk of becoming homeless. Through different ordinances, the state government was caught between criminalizing poverty and encouraging begging. A source says the state now has only 2,647. If that's correct, it is a great and commendable improvement. 18. Connecticut. There are presently estimated 2,905 homeless people in Connecticut at a rate of 80 per 100,000. Some 195 of these are veterans. About 305 families are in homelessness. 19. Utah. This state had over 1,932 chronically homeless in 2005. By 2015, it had dropped to 178, though it doesn't criminalize panhandling. The success was due to a 10-year plan to provide homes. Just about 3,131 have been homeless at one time or the other in the state in the last year. 20. Louisiana. Like other states, panhandling and begging have become serious issues in the state, but have now become a crime. About 3,173 people are homeless in the state. 21. New Mexico. In the state, homelessness has been on the front burner, and there seems to be no immediate way out for them. New Mexico currently has an estimated 3,333 homeless people. 22. Alabama. Because of the gravity of the challenge, the state of Alabama prohibits aggressive panhandling and discourages passive panhandling. Loitering for the purpose of begging is a criminal offense in the state. Still, it has to find a way to care for the 3,351 homeless people there. 23. Oklahoma. The state has an estimated 3,932 homeless people and 300 homeless families. About 280 veterans are homeless in the state. 24. Kentucky. There are an estimated 4,538 homeless persons in Kentucky, about 0.1% of the population. Some say it is 4,011, which is consistent with the rate in some of its neighboring states. Each city in the state has different laws to combat it. 25. South Carolina. This state has an estimated 4,287 persons, giving the rate of 81 per 100,000. Some 275 are thought to be homeless there. 26. Wisconsin. Wisconsin has an estimated 4,515 homeless persons, including 592 families. This is at the rate of 76 per 100,000. 27. Indiana. Indianapolis, the state capital, alone records as many as 2,200 homeless people on any given night. Over a year, it has as many as 15,000 individual homeless persons. A source estimates Indiana's current homeless figure as 5,625. 28. Virginia. The law needs to be strengthened in Virginia to curb the rate of homelessness among panhandlers and beggars. Having an estimated 5,957 in such a state is not acceptable. 29. Maryland. As per the HUD data for 2014 and 2015, over 50,000 people experienced homelessness in Maryland, even though it's one of the wealthiest states. A source estimated the number of homeless in the state where 50% of the poor are in deep poverty as 6,360. 30. Hawaii. The government in Honolulu is taking aggressive measures to remove the homeless, panhandlers, and beggars from the street. But the challenge is still huge, as there are still an estimated 6,458 homeless people in the state. 31. Missouri. This state has an estimated 6,527 individual homeless persons. Also, there are about 707 homeless families, including young adults, in Missouri. 32. Nevada. About 6,900 of the 3,059,238 people living in Nevada are homeless. The legalization of marijuana in the state is having an impact on its homeless population. 33. Tennessee. It was only in 2015 that Tennessee criminalized the acts encouraging homelessness, including the act of aggressive panhandling. Nevertheless, there are estimated 7,256 people there. 34. Minnesota. Minnesota has a similar challenge. As of 2013, a statewide study conducted indicated that it had 10,214 homeless. Despite all efforts to reduce it, it still has 7,940 homeless people. 35. Michigan. Michigan had as many as 97,642 homeless individuals on its streets in 2014. With efforts that have been ongoing since 2008, the number has been reduced to an estimated 8,638. 36. North Carolina. This state has an estimated 9,280 homeless persons and 767 families. The rate of homelessness here is 87 per 100,000. 37. New Jersey. The state laws on this issue are determined by ordinances set by each local government. In all, there are still up to 9,662 people in the state. 38. Colorado. Homelessness has been a growing problem in Colorado for decades. It keeps increasing with the growth of the state's population. About 0.2 to 0.3% of Coloradans were homeless on a given night, with a current estimate of 9,846. According to HUD 2018 count, there were 10,857 people homeless within the state of Colorado. 39. Georgia. The rise of neoliberal governance has affected the population of homeless in heavily populated cities, including those in Georgia. The state currently has 10,234 homeless people. 40. Illinois. Over the years, the city of Chicago in this state has been rivaling Los Angeles and New York City as the city with the most homeless people. 41. Ohio. This is another state having serious issues with the homeless. Among its 4,207,177 residents, there are 17,959 homeless people, though the number has recently gone down. 42. Arizona. The state of Arizona isn't leaving anything to chance to take the homeless out of the street. It has strong and active regulations criminalizing panhandling. Many were arrested each year. 43. Pennsylvania. This state currently has an estimated 13,375 homeless people and 1,569 homeless families. The rate of homelessness is 102 per 100,000 Pennsylvanians. 44. Oregon. Oregon has an estimated 14,655 people and 1,147 families in homelessness. At this rate, 336 out of every 100,000 Oregonians are homeless. 45. Massachusetts. In August 2007, Massachusetts has been taking action to keep the homeless off the street, especially in Boston. Up till now, they still have an estimated 17,975 people in the state. 46. Washington. The homeless case of Washington, especially D.C., is so serious and has been defying all efforts to ease it. They currently have nothing less than 22,923 individual homeless people in the state. 47. Texas. Texas has the fourth largest population of homeless in the country at more than 27,000. We have produced a video on this. Please search for it and watch to learn more. 48. Florida. The largely warm weather of Florida makes it a favorable destination for the homeless. As of January 2017, there were an estimated 32,190 homeless people in Florida, out of which 2,846 are family households. The figure has now decreased to 27,487 due to certain efforts. 49. New York. The case of homelessness in New York is beyond what we can discuss here. We have produced another video that highlights that serious challenge. 50. California. California has a serious case of homelessness, one of the worst in the country. It hasn't escaped the attention of everybody. Please search for our video about homelessness in California to learn more. You can see that what we discussed here is in accordance with the gravity of the state's homelessness. Please let this discussion continue by hitting in the comments section. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell.